do the best you can to be in this moment. Okay, let's go back to the breath. Just notice the way you breathe. So taking a nice breath in. That's right. And then exhaling all the way. And take another breath. And then another exhale. And you begin to notice whether you breathe through your nose or whether you breathe through your mouth. And this beginning of a mindfulness practice is just being able to pay attention to the simplest of things in your life. Just for example, your breath. So again, take a nice breath in and an exhale. Now on the next breath, see if you can take a breath all the way down into your belly. Breathing in, down into the belly, and again an exhale. And as we begin this process, generally what happens is that our mind begins to chatter. So as the mind is chattering about what are we doing? Why are we focusing on the breath? Just take another breath. Breathing in again. And another exhale. To me, the mindfulness is the perfect avenue for those of us whose minds never stop working. This beginning a mindfulness practice, I talk about the little gerbils that are in your brain that are running around, jumping up and down. And it's about slowing down the mind, slowing down the breath, and just being in this moment. So just begin again by taking another breath. Very good. And notice your body. Notice the way you're sitting or lying down. Noticing if you're holding maybe one shoulder higher than another. And just soften your shoulders. Soften your neck. Move your head a little bit if it feels a little tight. And just allow yourself as best as you can just to be in this moment. Just noticing your body. If you're sitting up, notice your feet on the floor. You might even tap your toes a little bit, noticing your feet on the floor. Notice your hands, whether they're resting beside you like mine are. Maybe your hands are resting beside you. But remember that you cannot do this wrong. It's just this practice of being, again, as I always say, as best as you can in this very moment. That's it. Just breathing in, breathing out. Noticing the breath. Feeling the texture of the breath as it crosses over your nostrils or through your mouth. Noticing if the breath is warm or cool. Starting with the breath. Starting with your body. Again, I'm going to close my eyes. You're welcome to close your eyes. And just notice in this moment your hands, breathing perhaps even into your hands, imagining in the mind's eye, taking a breath all the way down into the hands, just feeling your hands as they rest on or beside your body. Noticing the thoughts that are in your mind, noticing if the mind is running or it's all shaken up, but just allow yourself to notice your mind. And the one thing that we attempt to do in this mindfulness practice is to bring this idea of non-judgment and curiosity to each moment that we sit or lie down and pay attention in this moment on purpose. Noticing the body, noticing the thoughts in the mind, and noticing your emotions. So if you can, after the next breath, see if you can just kind of notice what emotions you might be feeling in this very moment. Are you feeling a little antsy or maybe rested? Maybe you're feeling angry or frustrated or sad. And just allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you feel at this moment and identify it. We call it the naming and noting. And so we name the emotion and then we take a breath. That's right. We identify, we name those sensations in the body. Acknowledge it, and then we take another breath in and an exhale. That's right. I can feel that you're catching on now. And then notice the thoughts in your mind. Noticing the thoughts in the mind, remembering that the thoughts sometimes are just thoughts. They're like clouds. They come and go. Some days the thoughts are dark and rainy and cloudy. And other days they're fluffy and even. And so we just allow ourselves just to be present in this moment with whatever is present for you, to allow it just to be there. Sit with it. Rest with it. And if it's unpleasant, notice that too. You're welcome just to acknowledge if there's anything that's unpleasant, and then take another breath. Breathing in and exhaling. And it doesn't matter if you breathe through your nose or through your mouth. Some different practices teach different types of breathing, but just today, just practice what feels right for you. Breathing in, that's right. And then breathing out. Noticing if you're having any aches or pains in the physical body. Notice and be aware if there are any aches or pains in your mind. And on the next breath, just take a breath into any place in the body where you might be holding anxiety or suffering or sadness. So you would breathe into that place in the body and then soften around the suffering, softening around the pain. Remembering just in this moment to breathe in and to breathe out. And if all that you remember about this experience is to always come back to the breath, this will be the beginning of a wonderful mindfulness practice for you. Remembering to breathe now, an hour from now, a day from now, just being aware of the breath. The breath can be an amazing, healthy barometer and a centering device for our lives. Breathing in and breathing out. And for those of you who were unable to close your eyes, that's okay. Sometimes it's fine just to do whatever seems right in this moment. Just calmly noticing if you're fidgeting, noticing if you're tired of sitting or lying down, noticing boredom, frustration, and allowing it, naming it, identifying it, and then breathing again one more time, taking a nice breath in, and then an exhale. This is the beginning of a mindfulness practice. Opening your eyes. Sometimes it's really wonderful to take a nice stretch, perhaps even a yawn, and just bring yourself back to this moment, knowing that you can begin an informal or a formal mindfulness practice at any moment, just setting your intention to wake up and be in this moment now. Thank you. I wish you the best, and I welcome you into this wonderful venture of self-discovery and just practicing, appreciating this life that you have at this moment. Okay, so that's the beginning of the very beginning of developing a mindfulness practice. One of the things that I work with people on is developing a commitment to themselves to sit down or lie down every day just to take time for yourself. So you can learn this mindfulness practice by listening to a CD, which I have several, one of which is Mindfulness Meditations, Waking Up to Your Life. That CD will lead you through a basic introduction of what is mindfulness. Then there's a cut that talks about the breath and the body, which was a little bit about what we're doing now. And then a loving kindness meditation. And the last cut on the CD is the body scan. And there are lots of folks who say that if you have chronic pain or chronic illness, you should practice the body scan every day. So you could do this on your own, make a commitment. There are many CDs out there available for you to listen to, but you're always welcome to find mine. There's a link on the website directly to iTunes if you want to download it, or you can send an email to the office or come by. We'd love to have you. Now, I do teach this 8-week mindfulness group that runs approximately every quarter for 8 weeks. And in that group, I begin to teach some of the educational pieces around mindfulness, some of the research, a little bit about guided meditations every week, homework assignments, and just setting your intention probably is the very beginning to say, I have time to take this 5 minutes, this 15 minutes, up to 40 minutes or an hour every day just to do this basic practice. So the next session would be learning to focus on all of the senses, smell, sight, sound, and breathing. Okay, thank you. I wish you the best. This is a great piece, and I encourage you to bring mindfulness into your life every day, formally or in an informal practice, just by becoming aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're sensing in your body from this place of non-judgment and curiosity. Have a great day.